2019 Chevy Corvette Convertible Review. America's sports car is still a thrill. We're fans of the Chevrolet Corvette at Roadshow. It's one of the best performance car values available anywhere. And while we've related video, 2019 Chevrolet Corvette Convertible is a classic drop-top provided by Roadshow. Big, bad V8 power. The 2019 Chevy Corvette Stingray is available as a coupe, but for this review, I've got the convertible. This two-seat, the automatic transmission is fine, most of the time, though it wants to upshift a little too quickly, and doesn't usually downshift under braking. Even in spirited, switching to track mode doesn't really mitigate the problem, but the paddle shifters are pretty satisfying to use. They're no substitute. This tester has the optional Z51 performance package, which in addition to getting you an extra 5 horsepower and 5 pound-feet on top of the previously mentioned numbers, includes a sportier suspension tune, upgraded brakes and an electronic limited slip differential. The quick steering ratio means the Corvette can feel a little twitchy at first, but the reward is instantaneous turn-in, making the big convertible feel super nimble. Cornering is a flat. Speaking of tech, driver assistance features are few and far between. Adaptive cruise a lack of luxury and tech. The Corvette uses Chevy's older MyLink infotainment system, housed on an 8-inch touchscreen, with Android Auto and a 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot built in. MyLink isn't for an extra $1,795, you can get Chevy's performance data recorder. And if you want even more track telemetry data, you can upload your PDR video to the Cosworth toolbox, which will even display a bird's eye view of your laps. It can be eye-opening. The rest of the Corvette's interior is meh. With the top up, quality of materials and overall fit and finish aren't great, but hardly luxurious or modern. Opting for the bang for your buck. For my money, I can't imagine buying a Corvette Stingray without the Z51 performance pack, but I'd add it to the base LT1 trim, rather than the more option-rich LT2 tester seen here. I'll also add them. In its base Stingray spec, the Corvette is a tremendous performance value. The car's a Stingray, however, those more expensive offerings also come with a lot more luxury and better tech inside, things that are glaringly absent from the Corvette. If power and poise.
Raindrop, drop top, smoking, no cooking the hot pot. Fucking on your bitch, yeah, that. Looking up, open the park, pot.